Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another Dragon's Dogma episode, the Double Dwarven playthrough, and this is right after the last episode. Still no curatives, still no storage management, still no nothing, no shortcut, and we are delving deeper and deeper into Bitter Black, and at this point I would have to say that we are actually pretty much unprepared for what lies ahead, simply due to the fact that, wait a second. Oh, it actually saved automatically. Good. But we are slowly proceeding, and I would dare say that we are not prepared at this point. Looks like we got a dragon here. This is gonna suck. I know that this is gonna suck because we don't have consumables, and we might actually have to back out of this fight. And the problem is, I believe that this fight is probably going to be the shortcut fight, which sucks, which is really, really frustrating. Yep, just like I thought. It had to be a boss fight. It just had to be. Oh no, not another cursed dragon with a lich no less. Ah, but this guy is not... This isn't even close to the dragon we fought. It's like pathetic in comparison. Damn it. I was hoping I'd be able to... Oh crap. Oh crap. Yep. That's what you get. You write the dragon off, dragon one-shots you. Straight up, we're getting one shot right at the start of an episode. That's always a good start. Or maybe not. Depends on the way you look at it. Now, I think that even if we kill the dragon, probably the guy that just reanimated it is going to reanimate it again. So what we need to do is... Or is it? I'm not sure. Sometimes Dragon's Dogma has weird mechanics like that. Like, you'll find a really... You will fight a really, really hard dragon, then all of a sudden, the next time you encounter it, he's not that hard. Like, for instance, you look at Grigory, and like I said, Grigory is probably one of the easiest dragons I've killed so far in the game. Well, let's just try to blow this guy to Kingdom Come. Okay, and that... The 6 energy thing is actually for the caster. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to... Oh, is he... Oh, no. I'm dead. It's over. Holy crap. That is insane. That attack is just a beast of an attack. I think we killed the dragon. Alright, yep. It's probably going to reanimate it again, though, so... It doesn't take that much damage, unfortunately. Come on, blow up, blow up, blow up. We need to stagger him, and yeah, that's not gonna happen. And he's probably reanimating the dragon again. No, I'm dead. I'm just flat out dead.
has vanished!
That actually turned out to be somewhat doable. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. Basically, the strategy is you got to kill the dragon. I thought you would be able to do it without killing the dragon. Nope. You got to kill the dragon. You got to beat the crap out of that dragon. You just got to stick to it. And eventually he's going to do that whole spell casting section, which is actually, to be honest, like, you guys aren't going to see this. You guys aren't going to see any other tries, but that particular section of magic, that was the first time I did that section. It's not like I had like 4 or 5 or 6 tries or in it or whatever. It's just that was the first attempt I had on it. It's just I become somewhat familiar with the types of spells that are going to kill you in like one hit, so I just avoided everything, kept myself alive, and waited for the right opportunities to resurrect my pawns. And that's pretty much the way to go for this one. After you kill the dragon the first time, you should be able to just take him down, just kind of like what I did. So, yeah. Thought it was going to be a lot harder. A lot of people said, oh my god, the bishop is like... Damn it, I'm sorry. Like I said, I was up late last night, so yeah, don't take me that seriously. Just take me serious enough. Yeah, I've heard several people say horror stories about this guy. Maybe I'm over-leveled? I don't think so, though. People have said that they were like over level 100 and it was still challenging, BBI was still challenging for them on normal difficulty, so whatever. But this particular boss, not that hard. It's just a matter of getting your timings down. Apart from that, if you can deal enough damage, which just happens to be the case with the Dragon Forged Dragon's Dogma, you should be A-okay. Anyways, let's continue onward. Hopefully find ourselves the second shortcut. I would really appreciate that second shortcut right about now. Corridor of the Hollow. Okay, this is a rest area. This is a rest area, guys. Good news. And this, I believe, is going to be the second shortcut. I'm extremely happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I could cry. Oh, look, we got another thingamajig over there. Let's go ahead and get that. And of course, why wouldn't I do this? Why wouldn't I do this? Idiot. Oh, let's put that away. Take your time. Now let's bring it back out again. Thank you. Anyways, as I was saying, at least I believe that this is going to be the shortcut since... Ugh. Maggots. Leapworm jelly. And I think that there's only 2 shortcuts, so we must be getting like 3/4 in or something like that. Interesting. So this is the way that we need to go, and this, I believe, is going to be the way to our freedom! Oh, only 10,000? This one's cheaper. I wonder what's the deal with all the rift stones inside here. Do people switch pawns that often? Like, I find that I personally don't. Like, I only switch pawns like, I don't know, maybe every 10 levels or so, but I don't switch pawns like every single level, and I don't adjust the party every single step of the way. I feel like I like having a party that is got a variety of strengths and allows me to kind of face every situation with varying degrees of success, but usually a party that can be successful pretty much on every end. So something that I'm very curious is to, well, first we should check up on the lady, because she's probably got some more stuff to tell us. Hello, lady.
Older memories are bubbling to the surface, though they show a past which is not my own. I recall fighting. I was in the service of a great warrior, and together we overcame many trials. Her ill-deserved end was a crushing blow to me as well. My soul was shattered, much as I then came to shatter his. What recollections I have seem so vivid, and yet all else beyond them is a haze.
So she was a pawn, apparently. That's what she's saying. At least that's kind of what I get from that. Either way, we have a ton of inventory management to do. But before we get to that, I really wanted to get started in here. The Monument of Remembrance. I have wandered lost in this damnable maze, for it must be a year now, yet have found no hope of escape. At times, a voice unknown to me seems to resound in the back of my mind, but my own daily fight for survival has left me with scant energy for pondering such mysteries. From here on, I shall strive to make a record of my journeys, if only in brief. Perhaps a journal of my thoughts might bring some small comfort to me, or to any who would follow. Arthakos. I have encountered many fellow wanderers in this queer place. There are endeavors for which I would entreat their aid, yet any attempt to join my cause with theirs has been futile. The others are oft preoccupied with matters of their own. Some regard me with hostility, while others slink away with nary a word. Indeed, many seem to have parted ways with their own reason. Perhaps it is to be expected among those in such harsh environs, but with each rejection my pangs of solitude take on a sharper edge. He lashed out at me like a wounded animal, malice clear in his bloodshot eyes. I finally managed to calm him somehow, and he told me his tale. He spoke of losing his heart to a dragon, so that he might avenge himself against the noble responsible for his daughter's death. Wait. Noble responsible for his daughter's death? But when I suggested a union, he would not hear of it. Instead, he vanished back into the labyrinth's depths from which he came. I have not seen him since. A woman of scant few years, she said she was arisen too, and in search of armaments for some prophecy or legend. She had a composure far beyond her years, and her manner gave me hope of fellowship, but she refused my invitation flatly, calling the duty hers to achieve alone. Mayhap she had some fear of me. She, too, I have not seen or heard of since. Perhaps she found the items she sought, or perhaps something else found her first. All the folk I have met in this labyrinth, without exception, they are acquainted of a dragon. They are all Arisen. 'Tis curious indeed to meet so many with a destiny so like my own. Have we all been led here? Who would design or gain from such a ruse? What could await us at its end? Questions I must ponder, but another day. I mustn't let it distract me from the task I have sworn to complete. I am weary from toil and impatience both, and still the whispers continue. I had steeled myself for a hard journey, but ne'er did I anticipate an ordeal such as this. One might think I'd grown accustomed to the isolation, having long since lost my attendant pawn, but it only grows harder to bear. There are rift stones here, but they are all broken, and I shan't expect to see them mended. Now my only companion is that strange voice. I assume that's a strange voice we all hear as well. And it doesn't look like we can read this section yet. Interesting story. Looks like we're not going to get to see the end of it just yet. Whoa, 50,000 XP, level 105. Man, we are leveling like nobody's business. This is insane. But anyways, I really do need to make a lot of inventory management and all that other stuff. So I'll see you guys on the flip side. So since we actually finished off on a really nice spot in Bitter Black Island, because it allows me to just get back to that particular spot because of the shortcut and all that, I decided that I was going to take a break from Bitter Black so that I could do some off-camera stuff in the main world, among which to level some other classes and stuff like that. And I decided that I actually wanted to go ahead and just do the Dragon. So I decided to go after the Dragon, and I was thinking like, supposedly the Dragon is also going to Dragon Forge my gear. So I will switch vocations with Rurikhan, and I will use his gear when I kill the Dragon. Because the Dragon seemed pretty easy the last time I was there as a warrior, so I was like, man, I'll probably make it look even easier as a sorcerer, and I think I kind of did. Because playing as a sorcerer, I thought it was going to be a little bit more challenging. I have to admit, it really wasn't. I mean, you can just stay at range so long as your pawns are doing a decent enough job of keeping the bosses busy. You have pretty much free reign at casting whatever spells you want. So, as you guys are probably watching the fight right now in the background, this was done with me playing as a sorcerer. For those of you who wanted to see me play different vocations, I guess it's a treat. We had to do multiple attempts because, like I've mentioned previously, the Dragon is a little bitch. He runs away, and this is a mechanic that I find is more frustrating than anything else, really. It's just a mechanic that frustrated the hell out of me because I was like, okay, fight the Dragon for 10 minutes, then port out, go to Casardis, sleep, and then go back to Grand Soren, and go back to the Everfall, fall down to the Chamber of Lament, go back inside, fight another 10 minutes, and repeat until he dies. And it was really boring. Also, he didn't really pose like a significant threat, to be completely honest. You guys were like, oh, you got the Bitter Black Island loot and all that stuff. I'm just like, I don't think that's the case. Like with Everfall loot, it would have been pretty much the same fight. I don't have that much Bitter Black Island gear. Sure, I got the staff, but the staff isn't even upgraded. The staff isn't upgraded, so pretty much like an Everfall fully upgraded staff is better than the staff that I was using. In regards to the Dragon's Dogma, everybody's going to have a Dragon's Dogma, whether or not it's Dragon Forged. It's a matter of whether or not people go to the trouble of getting it Dragon Forged. Also, remember that my pawn had only used he had only really used spells up until this particular fight. And I myself had only really used melee combat, so this was all pretty new to me. I had never cast a spell before. This was pretty much my debut as a sorcerer, so to say, and to be honest, it's not really my thing. Although I do have to say, I love the animations. I think the sorcerer animations in this game are awesome. And a lot of games that do spellcasters and stuff would do well to actually look at the animations they did here. I think the animations for doing the Maelstrom work really well because of how he like swirls the staff before the spell actually gets formed. I really like the whole look and feel of playing a sorcerer. It's just not for me. I'm more of a melee kind of guy. And in different games, I might actually enjoy it. I mean, sure, I enjoy playing Sorcerer in here, but it's just the melee is so satisfying that a lot of times I'll just prefer going after melee. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. That's going to be pretty much the rest of the video is going to be the Earth fight. If you guys are wondering, it's to me, like, my opinion on the Ur Dragon, it was very anticlimactic because I didn't really get anything that was useful. I didn't get a single Dragon Forged item out of it, and I was wearing like the full Rurikhan set, which was really disappointing for me to like, oh, so I get absolutely nothing out of it. There's like 30% chance to get stuff upgraded, and I got zilch, so yeah, it was a little bit frustrating. And again, the fight was not that satisfying, and the mechanic of having to leave and re-enter was also not that satisfying at all. And then at the end he just like dies, giving me like a bunch of wake stones. I don't even know how many wake stones it was. Just a bunch of wake stones and the staff, like some kind of mage staff, which I believe I've picked up a better one. Not sure if it was in Bitter Black or in the Everfall, but yeah, the Ur Dragon experience overall, pretty disappointing. I might give a stab at the online version, but I'm probably not going to film that because, I mean, the mechanics are probably going to be the same. The difference is he's going to have a ridiculous higher amount of health, or so I assume. Anyways, that is going to be it because also I've been noticing that my cold actually got a lot worse, so it's a good thing that I record a bunch of videos because I think I'm going to be out of commission for a couple of days. Not that you guys are going to notice that because probably by the time this video airs I'm going to be fully healed up anyways. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Ur Dragon fight, and in the next episode I'm going to be continuing through Bitter Black Island. But I'm going to do a bunch of experimentation in between with different classes and different stuff because obviously we've reached level 100, we've reached a checkpoint in Bitter Black Island, so I got time to play around now in the main world, and I don't think there's anything left for you guys to see in the main world, so I can just fool around, kill dragons, play with different vocations, and then come back to you guys, a more experienced Dragon's Dogma player, to tell you like my opinions on skills and maybe even different classes and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Even though I'm kind of making this video and it almost sounds like I'm going to be away for a while, it's like it's not going to be the case because by the time you guys watch this video I'll probably have the next video already set up to go because I do a lot of stuff in advance, as you guys know. But yeah, enjoyed the Ur Dragon fight, which I personally didn't enjoy that much, although I had a couple of pretty epic scenes. Like, one of the scenes that I really enjoyed is whenever the dragon is coming down and you can see me like lining up the high ballad spell, and you see the dragon just coming straight at me, and as soon as he lands I just let go of the high ballad right on top of him. That always gets him to stagger, and those moments are pretty epic. But apart from that, that fight is also like a frame rate hog. Like, a lot of times you'll be playing in slow motion, so that is also a little bit frustrating. But yeah, apart from that, not a whole lot really to say. So enjoy the rest of the Earth fight. I believe this episode is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but the next episode I will make it up to you guys. So thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the fight, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
How would we fight such a thing?
I hear your words.
Had we the means to shut it down? The lighted on the tower. It's an excellent place to have the world. How do we fight it? The lighted on the tower. lighted on the tower. Back with the beams to shoot it down. How do we fight such a thing?
No, they hold the advantage.
Shoot it down. How do we fight such a thing?
I'll scale it and strike from above.
Curative will serve.
On my way! Some humans are fighting along!
I'll scale it and strike from above.
Right where the beast goes.
The dragon's flesh is brought from the heart of Arisen.
I'll scale it and strike from above.
Strike where the beast glows. Its bones are immune to attacks.
I'll scale it and strike from above. How do we fight such a thing? Delighted on the tar! How do we fight such a thing? Have we the means to shoot it down?
Leave it to me.
Delighted on the tar! Excellent place to have the worm roost. Delighted on the tower.
Leave it to me.
Have we the means to shoot it down? It's an excellent place to have the worm roost. How do we fight such a thing? Have we the means to shoot it down?
It is useless to strike at its
I'll scaling and strike from above! I'll scaling and strike from above!
Trident's left is brought from the heart of Arisen.
I'll scaling and strike from above!
Its foes are immune to attacks. Ahead as it readies its threat.
I'll scaling and strike from above! I'll scaling and strike from above!
I've been stricken! Quick! The heart is unprotected!
It is useless to strike at its foes.
I'll scaling and strike from above!
Its bones are immune to attacks!
Strike when the beast glows.
I'll scaling and strike from above!
I have been badly
Being stricken!
dragon's flesh is brought from the heart of Arisen. I'll strike its command as it unleashes fire!
I'll scale it and strike from above!
Dragon's flesh is brought from the heart of Arisen.
I'll scale it and strike from above!
Stop! No!
Madness.
Come on, my way!
Keep your distance, Master!